Pocket Watch Podcast. I'm Zach.
Cruz.
Jake. Justin.
What the fuck? What's going on? Right. We got a Justin is in the house, aka with the Winklers, aka you guys might have heard him before if you're a day one. If you're not, welcome. I hope we're not turning you off from the podcast. Justin Winkler, this is my boy. This is my best friend. I was the best man at his wedding, and he's sitting in. He's a guest, but we're not focusing on him. He's just here to contribute. He's a weekly listener. I will say, one time Justin took me home from work, and he was mentioning stuff that Zach said from the podcast. I was like, this motherfucker listens. Okay, I don't know what it was. It was something you said or whatever, and I was like, all right, my man listens. This is a one of the pocket watchers. This is the boy. This is Justin Winkler. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man? What's going on? Yeah. Glad to be here, you know.
Thanks for tuning in for another week, guys. Like, share, subscribe, follow, whatever you're on. Thank you for listening. If you don't listen on Spotify, just FYI, because I just realized when we were explaining to Justin, maybe not everybody knows, we're turning shit up on Spotify, guys. Like, we got video podcasts on Spotify. There's not a lot of podcasts that do that. If you don't have it, you don't have to pay for it because you're not going to shuffle our stuff anyways. You know what I mean? So it's good. It's fire. Check it out. Or check out the YouTube because we don't record for no reason, guys. Record videos for no reason. But yeah. Zach, you got something to say? You said you had something to say.
I'm going to say.
All right. I just, FYI, and you probably noticed already, but so we're having a barbecue today. Today's Sunday. We're dropping Monday. Not, you know what I'm saying? Dropping Monday, recording Sunday.
Yeah, right now it is currently 7:41 p.m.
If you guys
and we're going to have the video up live by 1 a.m. tomorrow. So
that's a nice little right flex for Zach. Yeah. That's a nice little
shout out to my fiber optics internet.
I was kind of thinking about it, like how you could classify our roles, and I was thinking I think I'm the manager. I think Zach's the executive producer. And then I think Jacob's the talent.
the talent, bro. You're the talent.
Just, it's not bad, right? Like, Brad Pitt is the talent, right? Jacob's the beautiful face that shoots threes whenever he needs to. Whenever we need to.
I miss that threes, bro.
And he puts in work behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like, he drives. That's a long drive. Yo, I want you guys to commit to something.
Every time I drive here,
commit to something where every week you gotta drive an hour and a half in, an hour and a half back.
Yeah, 3 hours round.
Commit to something.
Yeah, I used to. It's called a haircut. That's what I used to do. Thiago for years.
I do that now. You don't do that right now?
No, bro. I stopped going to Thiago. I talked to him.
It's just hard.
I had a conversation with him, bro. He knows. And now that he lives in Orlando and he lives downtown.
That's a good cut, though.
He tells me, he's like, bro, I don't know how you ever did this drive, but this drive is insane, bro. So he understands because he does the drive now to where he works. And he tells me, he's like, yo, you're crazy for that.
Last week he texted me, he's like, yo, you think you could come early? You're my last one. And he texted me at 3. My appointment's at 6. I'm like, damn, I'm about to make him sit there for 3 hours. But I was like, bro, I could try to leave by 4. And I really left by 4. I got there at 6. I was like, bro, it rained. It was the worst situation. It rained. It was all of that. But
I-4 with rain, that's the worst.
But I texted him. I was like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, I'm literally going to get there at 5:55. And he was like, it's okay. Don't worry. He just threw it out there or whatever. But because he knows, to your point, because he knows now.
Yeah, I used to complain to him back when he lived over there. He's like, shut up, stop bitching. It's not that serious. I'm like, bro, that's a drive, bro, because it could take me an hour and 15 or it could take me 2 hours and 15 depending on the traffic. And that's one way, bro. That's one way. I still got to turn around and come back.
We're talking about I-4. This is the main interstate in Orlando or whatever.
Yeah, it
Florida.
goes from it connects Universal, the theme park, Disney. Mm-hmm. It connects Champions Gate if you're familiar, and then also Polk County.
Osmond Park, yeah, all of them.
And you got to drive through all that to get to the place because he works.
But that's a good cut, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta let me know.
I got you. Hey, I told you he's right around the corner from where you at too. Right around the corner.
Okay, we'll talk. All right.
Damn sorry, Thiago.
Nah. But
I hope you're not listening, bro.
Yeah, please.
You guys seen the daily dose he's doing? Thiago.productions.
He's been on it, bro.
Yeah,
he's been on it.
I like it. It's fire. It's perfect. I was talking to him about it. I was like, you know what? There's a big difference between what you're doing and like starting a podcast. Because he was like, word, bro. Because he was like, I was thinking about starting one, but he was like, nah, I'm not trying to commit to that or whatever. But this is like night. He literally records it on his way home or on his way to work.
Yeah,
like he's always in his car. It's perfect, and He reads books. He's knowledgeable about it. And you know how the con of Santi is he talks too much sometimes, right? This is like he's getting one quote out.
Yeah, exactly. Like
He's getting one thought out where he's beautiful in that. That's why we love sitting in his chair, you know, outside of like Fresh Cuts and stuff like that. But like he's beautiful at the thought. And then sometimes it's like he knows, like he knows. Even when he was on our podcast, that was our longest podcast ever. That was like 2 hours and 20 minutes or something. Right? But he knows. He's like, fuck, I gotta talk too much. But now it's like that daily dose is like, it's like perfection. I love that shit. Follow at Thiago.productions.
No, honestly, bro, you just got to go down in our description at any of our episodes.
He did our logo.
Yep. Yeah, so if you go down, his link to his socials is down in the description of every single episode we've ever done. So you can find his link.
Yeah. And John's.
Yeah, John's, yep.
We got to tell him. Just be like, yo, just so you know, like,
I think
probably owe us some. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, probably like...
You owe like $10. Not even. $7.69.
69
All right,
cents.
guys. Yo, sorry about that. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. We had guests for you guys. I know we talked a lot of shit. Like, we're going to have a lot of guests for you guys. We literally got bailed on twice today.
Yeah, we had 2 guests back to back. We're going to do a double episode.
We're just going to have Corbin back on, even though I'm just playing.
Hey, he keeps wanting to come back on.
You see it too? See, I manage our social media, but these I've had these guys. No, that's a beat. That's a beat. What are we? 6 minutes 50 seconds. Okay. I manage our social media accounts, right? And Zach and Jacob see everything, right? Yeah. So like when people bail on me, like I looked at Zach. Zach was like, "Damn, bro," you know, like he sees everything. So it's funny because when I'm like acting, like when I'm trying to talk to people and stuff, I know that they see what I'm going through or whatever.
And the craziest part, sometimes I don't. Struggle. Sometimes I'm just like so busy I don't even see it.
Well, there's that too. But anyways, I know we said we had a lot of guests. We will, and we got it scheduled out. We got it planned out. But today just didn't fall right. But it actually did fall right because Justin's here. And it fell perfectly.
And the topic is amazing. You guys are gonna love this.
Okay,
I'm trying. I've been thinking for like the last 20 minutes of what I'm fucking going to call this.
Me too. So we're gonna have a good time.
Oh, the title is gonna be really hard.
I like that. It's really hard.
Yeah,
that's the that's the name of the episode.
What do you call it?
It's really hard topic.
This is a hard topic.
Hard topic.
Okay.
Right. Oh my god, there's fire.
Now the worst part about it is
topic that we're gonna try to dive into is masturbation.
Oh, okay. We drop it right into it, guys.
Yeah. An all the way up topic.
And I love the awkward silence after we said it.
Well,
let's get the ball rolling.
Well, we've been told not to talk about certain things because of who we are and our demographic.
In
but
a Christian.
I think masturbation. We're 4 men. We used to be 4 boys, right? I just want to talk about it. All right. The only reason why I talk about it, I don't want to sound too stupid. All right, guys. But I was watching Wolf of Wall Street. I've seen Wolf of Wall Street. I know a lot of people have seen Wolf of Wall Street, but it was really interesting when I was watching the movie and I saw in the interview when Matthew McConaughey was interviewing Leonardo DiCaprio. Literally, part of his interview was like how many times do you masturbate a day? And context, if you haven't seen the movie, their formula, so they're in the stock market, they're on Wall Street. This is back in the day, so it's not computerized or nothing like that. Like, they're really hustling and pushing papers and stuff. Their formula is they were snorting cocaine and masturbating, right? Which is interesting too, because I feel like the new cocaine is Adderall today, right? Like the way we take Adderall is kind of like how people used to take cocaine back in the day to try to like, and I've heard that, you know, I'm not old where I was alive back then, but still, that's what I've heard a lot too. So I was thinking about, I was like, oh man, so like that's a decent formula. I'm not gonna lie, like, and as a man, I could tell why that's a decent formula, because you get foggy brain, you get certain things when you haven't like released, right? Like, and I don't. Everybody has made the comment of a professor or something like that, where they're like, oh, she needs to get right, like you could tell she hasn't got, you know. Like, she needs to get laid or something like that, and it'll loosen up her personality a little bit, you know, or like
stop being upstuck or something.
Yeah, a little bit upstuck or whatever. So it proves that there's some benefits.
The same thing with men. I feel like men sometimes are short fused and stuff like that whenever they're sexually frustrated. And sexual frustration is a serious thing because people go through it, you know.
And I want to, so like even in the interview, the guy Leonardo DiCaprio replied like, "Oh, like once a day," which seems like I think that's pretty normal, or maybe excessive for some. And he was like, "Oh, you need to put them numbers."
So Cruz's told us what he thinks is normal, so what he does. Thanks for informing us. Once a day.
Let's go around the table. What's a good average time amount of time as a male? Speaking as a male, because we will talk about the female side. That'll be the shorter part of the conversation because there's no females here. What's a good time?
If you're gonna start with me, I'll probably say 3-4 times a week.
A week?
A week.
Wow.
Jacob was shaking his head like, yeah. No, I'd like maybe three times a week.
So like Monday, Thursday, and Sunday.
Space it out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So for me, it really varies because I've had weeks where I haven't had to at all.
But there's a reason.
And so like
I agree.
I think it really depends on like your sexual life too. So like if you and your significant other are active and you don't really have to do it as much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the less active
if you're
you are,
active though, because there's a difference between being active and like normal and then like bad. Right?
Yeah.
So like for instance, like when you wake up in the morning, like a girl to like for your significant other to like be ready in the morning and want to and come at you in the morning, that's a personality type. That's every other significant other is like that, right? If it's not, that doesn't, like Kristan's not like that, right? But that doesn't mean our sexual life is bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that means like early morning. That's not.
Well,
that's a dub. You know what I mean?
The thing for me is I'm an early morning person. So like in the morning I wake up and like I'm ready to go. My girl tends to be a later in the night type of person.
That's hard, bro.
So like, for me, I'm down.
Too.
I'm down for it. Like even at night, I'm like, okay. That's the thing though. Like, so for me, even at night, I'll be like, okay, just because like I want it. You know what I mean? Back in the day, I used to be a lot more denying, but the last few months I have not been like that.
Right.
And also the testosterone.
Do you agree with like depending on the amount of stress in your life, you more or less likely to need to get one out? Depending on the amount of stress. Because you know what's funny for me? If I'm super stressed out, I might not be as willing to have like to be with my significant other rather than just get one out. Isn't that weird?
No, I'd rather always be with my significant other than
get one out.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. I'd rather. And like a lot of times,
I'm not going to give you the intimacy or the startup that it needs because I'm stressed out.
No,
I'm stressed out.
So
to that point of that interview where he was like, "You need to pump those numbers up because it gets stressful."
So for me.
Of that movie.
As soon as I get into the mood of my girl, any stress that I have is immediately back burner. It's gone, bro. Of course. Because I'm so into my girl and so into that moment. And there's so many times I tell my girl like, "Oh, just do like a little quickie," and it turns out to like a 40-minute session. You know what I mean?
You never had nothing where you're just kind of like, what if you took the test for the pilot exam, and like you don't know the results for 2 days?
No, I would still go.
You're still good money,
bro. No, because in that moment, bro. Like, I'm just so into her and so turned on by her in that moment that, like, literally everything leaves my mind. That's one of the reasons why it's such a, like, that right there can be such a massive, like, decompressive for me. Yeah. Is my girl. Because for that time that I'm doing that, it's gone. And me and my girl, I always say, like, oh, let's do a little quickie, before we leave. It never happens like that, bro, because we get into it and it's like a full-on session.
Oh, my God.
So, like, it's like, for me...
She listens to every episode.
Yeah, she's going to hear right now, and the worst part is my girl's so private. So right now she's going to be, like, so embarrassed. She's going to be writing me right now.
It's a compliment. 100%.
But yeah, like, so, like, for me, I would say getting it off, you want to at least have, like, 2 to 5 times a week minimum. I would say 2, but, like, 5 times is good enough for me a week. But it just I would prefer at any given moment to be with my girl rather than myself.
How about you, Jacob?
I agree. I mean, you guys got good numbers. I love your numbers. I would say
3 times a day.
At least 2 times a day, sometimes like that. Maybe it depends on the person.
14 times a week.
No,
that's great. No,
I don't disagree. But I'm not saying I do that. I'm just saying that people can do that.
28 times a month, bro. At least.
That's 56 times a month.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
You know, but it doesn't have to just be on, like,
Or
you know,
60.
it could be about your significant
Yeah, it's
other as
actually
well, 'cause
60 and a
people are
30.
under the assumption that, you know, you have to watch porn to do it. No, you could be thinking about your girl and do it.
Bro,
you
so
know?
that's one thing. I struggle so hard with porn, getting off the porn.
I have
Bro,
great imagination.
No, I am so
And there's no search history in my brain.
I'm so picky. I am so picky that like I could be into something like, oh, thank God, I finally found it. Going. I'm
shit,
ready,
butthole, no.
and then I'm ready, and then like they switch the position. I don't like that position. Like instantly, I'm like, okay, I got to find a whole new video. And then next thing you know, I'm like searching for something else. Sometimes like it could take me like 2 hours to find the right video, bro.
But all right,
That's one of the reasons why I hate it.
And I think I'm like and yeah, I think there's
What's your
as
number?
far as porn. Well, for me, like that's why I say like I think I'm in between because I'm like. I think once I don't do it once a day, I might try. It just depends on my mindset, but I think once a day is kind of like okay, right? Whether it's morning, night, whatever the case is, especially depending on your sex life, which Zach is totally right. And I'm not like sometimes I'm not the most affectionate person, so that affects my sex life sometimes. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't want to put my information out there like that, but like even if it's like 2 or 3 times a week in an 8-year relationship, that's pretty good. You know what I mean? But so that means I believe every day is a thing, kind of thing. Like I think that's okay, you know, and that's something I'm okay with. Like I would never do once a day and think I have a problem. I actually don't judge anything. Right? Twice a day is great.
No.
But because there's reasons, we don't do it for fun. Yes, we do.
Okay,
But like, there's
not for fun at all.
There's good side effects for
Stress
it.
reliever. And I got the side
It's not
effects.
just for fun.
Oh, you found something.
Oh yes, that's what I was searching up before because
That's
I
why
think
I
you
gotta
guys
tell
need
you
to
guys.
know the pros to really doing this is that it releases sexual tension, it reduces stress, and this is PlannedParenthood.org. So
let's
they
not
give
go
some
crazy.
factual stuff.
Wait,
all right,
but reduces
look,
sexual tension. Let's
help
just
you
stop
sleep
for a
better.
second.
Okay, let's stop.
Stop for a second on that. I just got one comment
Go
on
ahead.
that. Is as men, you might find yourself doing some unproductive shit because of the sexual tension.
I think
that
it
you have
applies to
regardless.
both. I think a lot of guys doubt the amount of sexual frustration that girls have because I honestly believe that girls are more horny than men.
No,
In a
I am
general
not
sense.
I feel like
speaking.
the same. I feel like the same playing field. I feel like you could just be as horny as a
I
man
am
as a
on-
girl.
right.
Same playing field.
Yes, yes, and we will get to that.
It just gets on you.
Girls need
Yeah.
to masturbate too, right? I think that's a fact. We can only speak on the men's side, right? Where maybe on average we're a little. Not that there's not girls with more. I think on average a guy is kind of a dog, a little bit, right?
I think you'd be
No,
surprised.
I think there's
bro.
some women out there.
I think
that
girls
don't.
are just better at hiding.
I think it's
it,
just your
bro.
personality. If you're a horny girl, if you're
There's
a horny
different
guy.
social tensions. And stuff.
When I was younger, I really used to think that guys were. As I've gotten older, I've learned that I think girls. I don't want to say majority, but a lot of girls are worse than some men.
Well,
It just speaks on your
if I was
appearance.
working with what you were working, I might have the same opinion.
no, I'm just saying in the general sense. Like you meet.
I don't know. I agree.
No, but there's girls in just a general sense. Like even girls I haven't even been with, I just talk with them. You know.
Yeah, no, and we don't have to. Jacob was making a point. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say, everybody, not just guys, everybody can understand doing some unproductive shit because of that sexual tension that's building up for
Yeah.
you, right? Whereas, like, and then as soon as you get it off, you're kind of like, what was like, why, like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Or like any decision,
Or like post nut clarity.
and it's just it's post nut clarity,
Yeah.
for decisions. Go ahead.
Oh no, I mean, and then reduce stress, which you already know.
There you go.
Yeah.
Help you sleep better. Weirdly, so you can
Yeah.
have a great sleep.
And that the craziest part for me, so like I want to touch on that. I love morning because I get it off, like especially with my girl, I get it off and then like I'm so energetic and I'm ready for the fucking day. And same thing for night. Once I'm done, like I'm so energetic, I'm ready for the day. Like I'm wired. I'm wired. But
Well,
my girl on the other hand will literally just fall asleep. Like that's it, she's out. But for me, I'm like, all right, let's go. I'm motivated.
Just
I'm ready.
think about it.
I'm
If you're
fucking
trying to wake
tired.
up and you can't, you know, one of those wake ups where you're like not there, right?
Yeah.
If you get it off, you're there.
Oh yeah,
Like
Guaranteed.
you put the cognitive energies enough, you woke the stuff up enough
Is
where
that
you're
what
like,
it is? You're waking up your brain?
yeah,
Yeah.
That there was a point where that woke me up for a while. College, bro, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
No, I think it has
I
to
was
do
a
with
good boy.
I think it has to do with the hormones because whenever it happens, you have like, I'm sure adrenaline plays a factor, right?
Right.
You have adrenaline, and then I know also you get dopamine rushes, right?
Yeah,
Right.
the dopamine.
So you get a lot of hormones with it. And I think everybody reacts differently to that rush of hormones. Some people, like after it's done, you want to kind of go to sleep or whatever. You want to just relax. And then some people, like I feel like some people the hormone level might not fall off as fast. So like for me, after I'm done, like I'm ready. Or it could just be the fact that I just literally sweated like 2 gallons of water and I feel like I just ran a fucking marathon. So I'm ready for it.
Well, it depends. Not every interaction is the same interaction, right? That's
What do you
very.
mean?
I mean,
Like you
sometimes
said,
you go 5,
sometimes you're
sometimes
sweating.
45, you know? Or sometimes you're sweating, sometimes you're not.
That's
Nah, I sweat.
I'm with you.
I sweat every
Lil Wayne
time,
said
bro.
it. Sometimes I bust quick or something like that. Lil Wayne had a line about it, but
I always
By
sweat.
yourself?
No, oh no,
Always sweat.
no.
even if it's 5,
No, I'm talking about like actual like with my girl. I'm always sweating.
Nah, I'm not sweating.
nah.
No, I put the fan on.
Yeah, because you drive. It's because you drive the car with no AC, bro. So
I'll tell you, I ain't
Yeah,
sweating.
so driving a
it's
car,
cold in here.
driving a car with no AC in the heat of summer. It's 103 today.
What's the rest? What's the
Great.
rest of the points?
Improve your self-esteem and body image.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front. That's
Does
a
that
big
work?
one. Hell yeah, man! After I bust a nut in the mirror, I'm like, ah!
I did that.
Oh, bro, I'll be
Me.
I look in the mirror like, yo, what's wrong?
I feel like
really?
Why am I doing that?
Oh, like, my master. Okay, I keep forgetting we're talking about masturbation as a whole.
masturbation.
Okay, yeah, that's different. I feel like a dirty dog. But I'm talking about like after
That's like a piece
sex.
of shit too.
I'm talking about like after sex. I'm like, ooh, you know. Okay, but yeah, masturbation is the opposite effect.
I feel like how does that help your ego? That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have some. All right, they're not talking about. They're probably talking about single men. All right,
But
not like men.
But that's why it's good to talk about it because it shouldn't hurt your ego. Like it should be just a normal thing. Like it shouldn't be I'm a loser. Cause
I'm
it's
not
true. You
I'm
can
not
have sex.
ashamed of it, and I don't nothing like that. But for me, I'm just like,
It's not a booster.
yeah, it's definitely not a booster.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, not
Now
for
sex
relationship guys.
that
Oh,
for
that's
me
a
is
booster.
yeah,
You get out, you just start waving your dick. You just
helicopter.
That's too far. Next one is it helps treat sexual problems. So you can't lie. If you haven't gotten it in a while, you might get sexual tension that could be relieved without cheating. You could just be like, "Yo, get it done. I feel better." I don't
Yeah,
have to cheat.
seriously though, I always recommend to like I've talked to a couple people that I know that have issues with cheating, and I've told them before, like, bro, before you even think about it, before you go do it,
No guilt.
go handle it yourself. And I guarantee you, after you're done handling yourself, you're gonna be like, yeah, no, I'm not interested.
I'll play some games. Now.
that post nut clarity is the greatest thing.
So I feel like there's and we're not gonna go in on like like finding out about ourselves and stuff because that's just weird. I think we've talked about some of the pros. You guys talked about some of the cons. There is, I think the only exception to the masturbation is the athlete because it does kind of probably. But I heard that there's no science to back that up. Also, where that's not necessarily true. Like that's just.
Man,
like,
who's really gonna go out their way to do a study on people masturbating?
A lot of people would.
where it's like
You think so?
like a testosterone releaser. It's like some of those things where it kind of
Right. So say I'm a pro athlete, right? I run
you
track.
need max testosterone when you're going
Right,
to perform.
so
Like
now-
a fighter is the best example because you're building up to
Right,
15
right.
minutes.
So if I let one go like 10 minutes before my match, now I have a disadvantage. I'm at a disadvantage because
Yeah,
I let
because
go
you
of
can
testosterone.
agree you're a little more wound up when you haven't in a little bit, and
Yeah.
sometimes
But then-
being wound up is kind of good.
Well,
But
I
then
was
you
go-
got people like Zach, like after you know whatever they do with his girl, then he's ready to go. You know, like he's more energized than he was
Yeah.
before. So
But yeah, so like I've heard both sides. I've heard people say like releasing it before something is good. I've also heard people say that what do they call it? They call it there's a term for it, like whenever you don't take care of yourself. What's it called?
Self-love?
No,
I don't know.
no. There's actually like a term whenever you let it build up.
I don't know, like negligence.
No,
I don't know.
I think it's called semen retention. You guys ever heard of semen retention?
That's when you like bust a
Is that
whole
what girls
load.
do when they're
No.
trying to get pregnant?
No. So semen retention. I heard there's like actually like a lot of benefits to semen retention is what they're calling it. And basically it's
Like
like
being abstinent right? Like
no,
like
where you don't do anything to yourself.
Abstinence. Oh,
yeah,
like
to
you don't
yourself.
ever let it out.
No, it's not forever. It's just like a certain period when you're going through something because you have pros to it. And I'm sure if you look up like semen retention benefits, which I'll do for you guys real fast.
That makes me happy. That's going to be in Zach's search history.
Semen retention. I mean,
right here, look at semen retention benefits. So it says. Physical benefits of not ejaculating: a thicker hair, increased muscle growth, greater energy levels, and
it's
obviously
testosterone.
And obviously improved sperm. It says improved sperm quality. That's just 4 of them.
So,
but it helps with mental, more confidence and self control, less anxiety and depression,
self control,
increased motivation, physical, greater vitality, increased muscle growth. There's a bunch of stuff.
It's like don't release testosterone.
Yeah,
pretty much, right? Yeah. And you need that as an athlete. So that is where I would agree with. So maybe Jacob's the only one that has a problem here.
The fuck? Who's retaining it right now? All right, I want to know this. Who's retaining? All right, because if you're having sex, you're not retaining it either. So regardless,
yeah. So I think Justin might have, based off the studies, the most testosterone in this room.
Yeah. So it says,
and he has good counts, but he has 3 kids.
So it says it does boost testosterone levels whenever you do semen retention. They're saying it thought. But I don't think there's ever been an actual study.
Anyways, and then the other side, we'll talk shortly about this, but on the girl side, I think one thing about a girl, just the obvious reasons, like what Zach said, like just, girls have the same tensions as we have. And then the other side is, right, like it's harder to make a girl come than a guy. Right, like on average, you can look at it.
It's situational.
Speak for yourself, buddy.
Yeah, speak for yourself, bro.
No, I'm being so
I think
simple.
on average, there's more girls that say they've never had an orgasm than a guy. I don't think that's.
I don't feel like no one's trying hard enough for those people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's areas of their body that stimulate.
You made a key point. Try hard enough. A girl does not have to try. Guys have gotten it off with. Right?
You can't tell.
No,
I will say.
That's not a foreign statement. That's got to be a fact.
No,
you have to try harder for a girl.
No, 100%. So.
Yeah, I think it definitely does.
Even if you're at 100% rate, it's harder.
No, yeah, I agree.
It's hard to try hard.
It's usually different. There's a little bit more work involved.
Right. Yeah. Which means on average,
girl,
there's girls that
they need
probably
foreplay, they need touch and affection. When we just need to stick it in and just have fun.
Not even. You can look at it.
Yeah.
No, I cannot come by this looking at it. I gotta have some type of stimulation.
I heard a story the other night. And it was just kissing. That's it. Literally, they were just kissing. And
guys do that.
Dude finished. Just like that.
Hey,
never in my life.
My jeans.
I also like kind of struggle with that a little bit. Like actually coming sometimes. Like the first nut for me is quick. God. But after that, it takes me forever to.
You're just amazing of a guy, aren't you, man?
No, not even that.
No, I'm saying that. Just fuck, man. Big, does it lay like I gotta? Zach.
That's
tips,
one thing.
Bro, tips.
That's one thing I will say. I heard, and I don't know if there's any science to it, but like as a kid, right? And you talk to other kids discovering themselves. I heard a lot about like if you are really good at masturbating, sometimes you will, on average, like bust quick, right? Because like you know how to get to the point. Like you know how to get to the point really quick, the process really quick. As a guy, that's a problem. As a girl, that's a problem.
Well, like I just said, masturbation takes a long time for me, and it takes so much for me to actually come to masturbation.
So does it like 20,
I told
30
you,
seconds?
I literally just told you guys that, you know what I mean? So like, I told you sometimes it takes me like 2 hours to finish because I'm trying to find the perfect video, the perfect situation. It takes me so hard. That's what I'm saying. So
okay, never mind then. All right, but I think it's important for girls too, because those that don't, I think there's probably a lot of girls out there that didn't have it for a long time or never felt it either way, and I think there's something to that. Where if you haven't, oh jeez, then how do you know? How can you tell somebody to do that for you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's there's something to that, because like you said, there's more work.
No, yeah, definitely, I definitely agree with that. and every girl is different too.
Yeah.
Hi, Christine.
Christine just walked in.
Cruz's fiance just walked.
I was told not to do this topic
by her, but here we are proceeding.
And probably de-escalating very quickly.
You're welcome.
What do you guys want to get to the next one?
She's managing us right now. This is her way of managing.
No, but that's 30 minutes. I don't want to go too hard on it.
Yeah. You know the pros and cons. You know?
Do we even have that?
No,
You need one.
I thought we had the.
we deleted it.
Wow.
We do. We do have it. I was like, I thought it was one of these ones.
I don't want to go too hard on it. All right, but yeah, I mean, if you guys got anything else to say on it, nah.
You know,
I mean, we can get into the success and failure. We got 4 people.
But yeah,
I think we got 4 deep thinkers here for a nice little success and failure topic.
you know,
Section.
I've been struggling with my failures and success lately. I don't know. The last couple of episodes, I've been struggling with them, but I think I got one. I gotta write my stuff down. That's the problem. Is like I know what I'm gonna say. Then when it comes to me, I'm like,
You want to start? You want to go? Start?
Yeah.
Oh,
fuck. Okay, yeah, I can go. So my weekly success this week is I did actually attend a Christian business conference. So that was pretty cool. It was called Life Surge. That was really cool to see. There a bunch of speakers. They were talking about like trading stocks like that. Then there was one about real estate, which Tim Tebow did that presentation. And then there was another one about like income, how to create passive income, and like basically how to like increase your income and how to do different things to obtain more income and more wealth. So that was a pretty cool thing. And then one of the great things with it is I was able to obtain like I had 3 classes. So basically, well, it's not 3 classes, 3 different programs essentially. Each class has multiple days, but basically you go and like it's kind of like a course within those like what they're talking about. It kind of dives in deeper for each one. So I actually have all 3 of those I can attend. I'm actually able to bring somebody. I invited Cruz, but he was gay. He didn't say he didn't want to come. But so there's a course. So they're like 3 days each, and then so it's like 9 days total for everything. But that's pretty cool. I think it'll be pretty cool to attend and get that information. And then my weekly failure, that's gonna be a hard one for me because I feel like I did pretty good. Actually, you know what? This week I didn't work out last week, and for the last couple weeks I've been killing it. But this last week I didn't. So
well, good for you, because I haven't been doing nothing.
jack shit.
That shirt fits you different, Jacob.
Damn, 190 now, man. They don't fit the same.
You said 190. You said 199.
Yeah, you
No,
with me. 190 now.
190.
Bro, I wish
He's like, chill.
I wish I was 190.
But I mean, I lose weight quick, so I'm not too scared. I lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks.
20 pounds, you said?
I lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks. I went to Colorado, came back. I was 20 pounds less.
He said that 2 years ago, though.
No. I said that less than 6 months ago, motherfucker. And I'm going to Colorado back on the 31st. So let's see when I get back.
Yeah, okay. This time we're gonna be the opposite. That you're gonna gain 20
I have
pounds.
8 days to lose 20 pounds. So let's see when I get back.
Let's see. Wait, in 2 weeks?
On the 31st, the first.
All right, so.
The 31st or the 1st?
Well, I'm leaving the 31st. I say the first. We're leaving at night.
Bet. Anybody want to go next?
You.
All right, bet. I'll say weekly failure of mine would be I feel like I've been like I don't have kids or nothing, but I've been feeling bad for myself for the time that I can't find to do stuff I want to do.
Yeah.
Right? Because we all know like you have stuff you want to do, like let's just say play video games or do stuff around the house that is specific to you. Right? Like that you've been looking at and it's been bothering you or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then there's stuff you have to do, right? Like if you have kids, it's obvious, right? Boom, 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 boom. If you have a girl and it's like family occasions or something, it's like, all right, I got to do that. Homework, work, whatever the case is. And I feel like I've been feeling bad for myself, and I kind of like want to say that's a failure. Like I got to chill out. Like it is what it is. Like you want to do good things, you want to do great things, you gotta make those sacrifices. Like don't be pissy and do stuff half-ass or like in a bad mood because you didn't get to, put a weathering strip on the garage or play a video game or something like that. Like that's life. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's a failure of mine.
What's your success?
Yeah.
That's new and succeed.
I thought Jacob was about to say something. He was like, no. Okay. Success, without giving too many details, those that know, but man, those full circle moments hit hard, right? When you're like, I failed a class. I failed a cost accounting class, right?
Wait, you failed this for this semester?
No.
Oh.
Like 2 years ago, right?
I was like, whoa, I thought you were crushing it, bro.
So when I was going for my undergrad, I failed the class, boom. And the fact that I got like a C on another class, it put me in grade forgiveness and like you either get up or you're out kind of thing. And I was like, I had to email this professor. He was the director of accounting, whatever. And like, yo, I need help. Like, they're gonna kick me out of the program. Like, all I need is this or that, whatever. And he was really trying to help me, but there was nothing he could really do. And long story short, the next semester I had to get like all A's to like get myself back and I did, and it was good. That was dope. But fast forward, I'm in this master's program, and we only take one accounting class, and that guy that I was emailing is my professor.
That's dope.
Right? And what's really cool about it is, like, I knew he didn't know, obviously, because he gets hundreds of kids that email him about that stuff all the time. Or whatever. But I was like, oh, this is cool, you know? I was like, all right, you know, and he was really good. He's really good at what he does. He's one of those people that's really smart, but knows how to talk to you like you're 5 years old kind of thing. Like, because everybody knows the smart guy that can't explain stuff because he's too smart. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I had an old manager like that when I worked for the county. His name was Dan. Guy was like the smartest person in construction I've ever met, but the guy was the worst fucking teacher, bro.
Gotta break it down.
Yeah, but so this guy was good, everything. Anyways, I'm getting ready to finish the semester, and I got literally a perfect score in his class, right? Like, I'm at 99 point something, right? And we got anyways. And he was kind of talking to me, and he was like asking, almost to the point, really, without saying too much, where he's like asking me for my resume, right? And it doesn't go anywhere, but like, that's the first time I've had a teacher or something ask me for something like that. Like, that's really dope. Like, kind of interested in what I'm doing and what I plan on doing or whatever. And I just think that's a success, right?
Did you ever tell him?
That's a full circle moment where I'm like, dude, the same guy I was emailing. So, like, if I search our emails, there's emails of him, you know, saying, like, great job on this and that, whatever. And then if you go to 2019, you see, help, please help is the subject.
So my question is, did you ever tell him about it?
Nah.
You know, you should sit down and tell him about that. Be like, hey, man, I was looking at our emails the other day, and I just realized that, like, back in 2019, I emailed you about this, and I bet it'll be pretty cool for him to see that.
I mean, he'll probably understand, like, wow, you got all A's to stay in this, man. He'll probably look at it even way bigger.
Yeah.
It might even leave a bigger impact on him for you.
Honestly.
That was a really cool full circle moment where I think it happens to a lot of people, where you get that setback and you could easily pivot or do something like that. I was lucky to have an option, so I took that option and it worked out. But just because you fail a class or whatever doesn't mean you're not good at something, right?
Yeah,
because you know what's really ironic is I took that same class the next semester and got an A, right? And then at my job, like, a big value I provide in the accounting world is cost accounting.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you specialize in mainly.
Yeah. So it's like it's really doesn't mean shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like if it, like, just because you're getting beaten down for something, it doesn't mean you're not good at it. It doesn't mean you're not for it. It's like, nah, fuck that. We all create our own destinies. We create our own lives, bro. Like, there's nothing that can change that except for you.
Yep.
If you choose to see that as a pivot or something, then that's cool, right? Yep. Like, and I say that as somebody that does that, right? Like, I failed the CPA. I didn't go like, nah, we gotta do this. I did. I pivoted. You know, but, like, there's smart ways to think about it, and then, you know, like, anyways.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer that anybody can do anything, anybody can learn anything. There's that certain individuals have to spend more time learning something, but I'm a firm believer that anybody can do anything and learn anything. It's just sometimes people got to take a little bit more time into that direction, but dedication. It just depends on how badly do you want that. Yep. And if you want it bad enough, I feel like anybody can do anything.
A great analogy would be like those in the NFL, right? That are ballers, they're Hall of Famers, but they were not good in high school. They were not good in college, right? Like Clay Matthews, right? Like, he was good in high school, but he wasn't like 5-star recruit. Yeah, he was decent in college, but he was too small and this and that. He goes to NFL and he gets to get his different development, right? Like, you're at the end of the day, you're trying to fight for a scholarship and stuff. You're 17 years old, you know what I mean? Like, and then when you're in college, you're only 21 trying to get into the NFL. But, like, he has a higher ceiling, but he wasn't ready at that time, right? Like, at the beginning stages, he was not the best, but he was better than anybody around him. Yeah, you know, and it's like
Kobe did it.
To your point,
Kobe did an interview about that with like in regards to him and Shaq, and somebody had asked him, was like, do you think like if Shaq worked as hard as you, do you think he'll be better than you? And Kobe was like, absolutely. He's like, Kobe would have been way better. He said that Shaq would have been the best player in history if he had the hard work ethic. But, you know, Kobe said that he had to work harder to be better than Shaq because of how it is, you know?
Yep, that makes sense.
All right, who's next?
I'll go. Mine's actually tied into the topic. It's a subject. So
I masturbated too much this week.
Wrong one.
No, my success is that I got on the listing. It's going live on Tuesday.
Yes.
So that's my success. Yes. And yeah, just been getting what I have to get done. You know, not half-assed and dragging feet. That's a real good thing. My failure would be, man, I'm just fucking stressed, bro. That stress
yeah.
again. I've been blowing fucking money left and right.
On the renovation stuff?
No, well, that too. But like, I had like a septic issue, so I had to spend about a band on that. And then my girl's car messed up. I spent $400 on that. And then I got to spend another $300 or something on those. It's like, yo, money's just going.
Yep.
It's fucking going.
Yep.
Band $400, man. That's
It's so crazy how fast money can go.
yeah.
Right?
It's not much, but when it's all together in one shot, it's like, yo, in less than a day, I'm spending $1,500 here. I got to spend another $300 here. I'm still doing renovations, almost 9 bands over here. It's like, it's just going.
Yep.
So it's like, fuck. So, that stress has been causing, conflict here and there, So, yeah, I got to learn how to mitigate that stress and learn how to not let it affect and be so controlling on it that I can actually
I've been trying, like, to your same point, I do the same thing. But, like, in certain moments when I find myself in those situations where it's, like, so stressful, more and more since I've been working on it, not 100%, but more and more since I've been working on it, I've been finding myself calm in those situations.
Yeah.
And I would think think back and be like, damn, like, I'm kind of proud of myself, like, handling certain situations.
Be more relaxed.
Away. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm trying to learn how to do that.
Yeah, bro. Thing
is, though, with me, though, I've always been, like, my whole life. I mean, it doesn't hurt as much now since I'm financially able to do it, but, like, I used to budget since I was 15 years old. I mean, I budget every fucking dollar.
But as far as handling the stress and the emotions on that, I don't think anybody perfects that ever.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
No.
maybe if you do, those that do, they're in their 40s or up. For sure. It's not something you master in your 20s or 30s. But if you start working on it early.
I guess I get more stressed because, like, being that I have a partner, she doesn't look stressed at all. It's like, just do it. And it's more stressful, I guess, since, it's more responsibility on my part.
My girl's the one that stresses more about things because for me, it's like, I'll fucking work my ass off to do whatever I need to do. No matter what, I know no matter what,
I know.
I will always do whatever I need to
get
do.
it done, right? And I agree with you 100% on that. I just wish someone else could look as stressed as I am, so I don't have to come inside and you're smiling, but I just spent almost $1,000 on this shit.
Yeah.
And then I got to fix it too.
I stress, but like I don't know. My stress is so weird because my stress is more so that's like I'm more of like a problem solver stressor. You know what I mean? Like I'm stressed. It's like okay, but like for me, it's not like I'm like okay. What am I going to do right now to fix this problem? Boom.
Did you and Melissa share a bank account?
No.
So like,
but
you were taking care of her for a while, right? While
yeah.
she was going to school, and I think it is going to what Jacob was talking about, and I feel the same way sometimes. Like if you're the provider in the relationship, you may come home with a different tension because of in relation to those reasons, and then it may come off a way when your significant other it is like, what's up? Get the ice cream. What's going on? You know what I mean? And you're just like, I'm kind of worried about this shit all this maintenance shit that just happened. Like, why are you tripping about the AC? And it's like, well, because we just had the plumbing.
Her response is, we had the money. Why does it matter?
Septic.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, it comes with a different level.
Yeah, I think it's more so obvious because my girl's like the one like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm like, no, we're gonna fucking get what you want right now because like you deserve it. That's kind of like how I am.
Yeah, if I spend night, you ain't getting shit today. You get it tomorrow. Ask me when I'm happy tomorrow. You get it done.
No, because I'll sacrifice. Like if my girl wanted some shit and like we're going through some shit, I'll be like, okay, I'll make it happen. There's been a lot of times where like I shouldn't have got things for her or certain moments of it, but I was like, you know what, I'll get it for her and then I'll make that shit up next week. I'll find a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, do what you gotta do. Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah. But maybe I'm a simp.
No, you're actually good.
This motherfucker. Justin, go.
Go, Justin.
All right. Weekly success. It's kind of be more like a monthly success tied in. So
cool.
That's good.
if you didn't know,
You get the privilege.
Oh yeah, tell us about it.
me and my in-laws, we went in on a house, and we decided to Airbnb it out.
Which
We
is
bought
legit.
it. It's
Didn't
funny.
you guys mention that when we first had you on the
It's funny.
podcast?
Because we bought it
I think you signed a contract. at the
July
time.
30th,
Yeah.
July
2021.
Oh shit.
So we made a year yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And yeah. we started Airbnb it out of June 2022. So
Hey man, it's a process, bro.
yeah, it's definitely a process, but we procrastinated the hell out of it, bro. Like, I mean, it should have been done a long time ago. Like, it wasn't a lot of work to put into. You know, it's like fixing up whatever.
Yeah.
But we got it on the market, not market, but
Yeah.
available on
Airbnb.
Airbnb. And literally the first day, boom, somebody booked it for the weekend. Like it was like it was no,
it goes
sorry,
quick.
I lied. It was literally Dariana booked it, or she put it available, and then it was we got a booking, and it was like June 6th or whatever it was, and she was like, oh, we gotta book it for June 6th, and it's 11 o'clock, and she's like, today is June 6th, so at 3 o'clock they're gonna come in. So we were like, oh shoot, so we whatever, we got everything prepared, we went over there, started cleaning up whatever. I mean, it wasn't much because it was already clean. But and then since then it paid for itself. But the house has been paying for itself. So the month of July has been booked. I think we had 8 days available.
Yeah,
y'all make some good money on that.
So it wasn't bad. We're actually cheap too. Like we're the lowest in the area. Yeah. And we have like cheap cleaning fees, cheap pet fees. We're pet friendly, but now we're like, all right, I think we can up it some.
Yeah, you're noticing that the man is there.
Same thing I did with my Turo. Same as that process.
Exactly. So I would say that's a success. I was a little stressed out about August, but the month of July would have paid for August. We weren't too stressed about it. But we actually got another 2 bookings for August. Yesterday and today. So I guess just me. I stress about time a lot. Like, all right, how much time do I have to do this? Yeah. So now that we're getting into the month of August, I'm like, damn, nobody's booking. Are we going to be able to, now I got to fork up whatever.
Got you.
And you guys are sharing the investment, which is cool.
Yeah.
So if the perfect situation is almost like just paying for itself.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's like we don't have to divvy up the profits or nothing like that. Like it's kind of weird, let's just sit on this asset at no cost.
Right. So we have an account with all the money from the Airbnb.
That's what I was going to ask you. Did you guys create a separate account?
Yeah.
For that money?
We got all that. So
okay, cool. Did you guys create an LLC for it at all?
We have not, and
so
we are
need to
going
do that
to
ASAP.
do that. Yeah.
It's $200 to create an LLC, but get that ASAP because you guys can take that revenue you guys have. If you guys just do 6 good months, you guys can take that revenue and you guys can go get a house under the LLC's name and buy another property.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
you'd be surprised how easy it is.
We mentioned it, but we took a year to do renovations.
No, I feel you. I feel you 100%.
Procrastination is crazy, bro.
But at least it's going good.
It's a side
it's
thing.
Going good, man.
You guys, I will say, it sounds really good and it's going really good, and you guys treated it really like the most side thing. You know what I mean? Like you guys put in work on it, but like
it's not
you said,
like a primary business.
No, it's not taking up time. It's not stressing nobody out. You know what I mean? Like, and it took a year, but still, now it's running, and it's like you guys still kind of do it that way.
And it's kind of a pro that you have so many hands on with it too. Because you guys can divvy up the responsibility. Because if you take it on just yourself, sometimes full time thing like that.
If it was just me, I'll be stressed out. Hell, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
For those that don't know, it's next door.
Yeah, literally right next door. Yeah.
Like you walk over there.
Oh, to your house?
Literally right.
Like imagine Airbnb in your neighbor's house.
They can never ruin the house. Yeah.
No.
You'll notice.
They're actually throwing a party right now. I don't know how much of a party. They said a small get together, but with 21 people, but there's 17 cars outside. So
it's possible. Right?
They don't know we're next door.
Okay.
But quick question. that's funny. That's the ill setup. But let me ask you a question though. So the people that you see coming there, have you been seeing more locals, or has it been more people going to the theme parks?
Recently, the last 2 people or 2 families, whatever, they've been kind of local. So we've had people come from Atlanta. I think somebody came from Texas
just to chill.
Yeah, but going to the parks too. We've had an Asian family. There was 11 of them. They didn't leave the house. Really? I don't know where they came from, but they literally booked it, and they I seen them one day just hauling in food, bro. Just Walmart bags, Publix bags, whatever, and they were there for 6 days.
Yeah,
really.
It's crazy that you said left. It's crazy that you said that because you booked the house and the next day was booked. Because that literally happened to me. I listed my car on Turo, and literally I woke up the next morning and was somebody's picking my car up at 10 on this day. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, fuck, that's today. It's 8 o'clock. I gotta go deliver this. I'm ready to go get the car washed. I'm ready to go deliver it.
You were worried about it, and it just happened.
Yeah,
and it worked.
Yeah.
That's what's dope.
Yeah, but
people do it for a reason.
Success.
What about the failure?
Well, there's another success too.
Oh,
it's so I'm talking about my weekly, or let's do another monthly, whatever. I'm going back to school for something.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to get too much into detail about it because I'm kind of
seeing how it goes.
What is it don't talk about the progress, but talk about your don't talk about the destination, but more so whenever you get there, whatever. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm trying to say. I saw a quote the other day. It went perfect. But I passed that. I passed everything. My last finals tomorrow. I'm gonna get an A on it. No doubt about it. It's gonna lead to some good things. Whether I have it planned out or not. I just know it's gonna be.
Yeah.
The outcome is only gonna go up. So
Yeah.
Next winter I'll be done with that. But success is that I passed everything. I'm
Yeah.
good. And if you know me at all, like I struggle with a lot, like self-esteem, because I've been going to school for like 20 different things, and
Yeah.
I failed all of them.
Yeah.
So that like it really, really hurts your self-esteem.
Yeah.
Like I've been in a low place, like
Yeah.
very, very low, and for me to be able to do this, and also kind of sit back and look where I'm at, like okay, I
Yeah.
have 2 beautiful kids, a beautiful wife, a third one on the way, and
Yeah.
what, like 6 weeks?
Yeah. And a plan.
And a plan.
Yeah.
So I'm in a state where I'm just like super thankful right now. Like my mind is kind of released. So like today we went to a little splash pad with the kids, and I was just sitting. I'm like, man, I don't know. Right now it just feels amazing. Like I'm not on vacation, but right now I just feel so at peace.
Yeah.
So that's another success.
That's the stress of like that's of trying to be a provider or wanting to be a provider. Maybe wanting to be a provider is a harder stress than being a provider, right?
No,
like,
absolutely.
And that is really dope because Justin, like for some of those pitfalls, like he said he failed some classes and stuff. It was hard. I knew it was hard because when he came back to Orlando, he tried to go to UCF, and they were like, "No, you failed out of FSU, so you can't really come here." Like you don't have an option. It's not like, oh, this was hard or this or that and he's trying for something else. So it's not like it's like this is hard. It's like fuck, let me try.
Yeah, right.
No options.
And I think having a kid on top of that is just hard.
Yeah,
because like for me, like I like trying to feel like the provider and everything like that. For like my girl, like we're not even married or anything like that. So like trying to feel like the provider, I have like a deep burden. I feel. Let alone if I put kids into that factor, it'd be multiplied by like 1 million. You know what I mean?
It's rough.
Yeah. What's up, Drew? All right, let's wrap it up.
What about your failure?
Failure, yeah. I feel like I've kind of been neglecting my wife, so I got to get back in on that.
Yeah, give her some love.
She needs.
Back in on that.
Gotta get back on the track.
It's hard when you have kids, though, man. I can imagine.
It is, and they've been on one too. Like late night, they haven't been trying to go to sleep. Yeah. So if I'm working and I get home and I have like 4 hours just purely kids. And if they don't want to go to sleep now, like whatever time I have left,
pop up some melatonin. I'm playing.
We thought about it, bro. We thought about it.
Melatonin. Here, you want some gummies? night.
That's a different thing. Like I feel like sometimes I go through shit, and it's like, damn, I can't believe it sucks going to school and going through shit. But it's like a kid is like a consistent thing.
Yeah.
It's not like here and there. It's like no, it's constant.
Yeah, it is.
Time away and distraction. That's fucked up. Kids are beautiful.
No, yeah, absolutely. And like that's what I'm saying, multiplies it, but yeah.
All right, we out.
Sure.
You guys want to add anything?
That's it, man. Like, follow, subscribe, share this shit. Let's go. We're coming back. I promise we got guests if they don't
release that sexual tension, y'all.
Yeah, we got guests. All right, Parker, watch out.
Parker, watch out.